That should fix it. Nice. There we go. Now that is resolved.
Okay.
Okay. So yeah, you said that you wanted to. You said that you wanted to, like, kick off the wall, run up there, and like land on top of this.
Yeah.
Okay. Roll me an athletics check. Because this is basically.
Has it been a minute? Yeah, never mind.
This is basically going.
That would be an 11.
Okay, an 11 or a 9.
Because I'm proficient. Well, it doesn't add my proficiency bonus.
Wait, did you click?
Because I'm proficient in athletics.
No, it accounted for that. No, you rolled a d20 plus 3, which you got a 6, and then that was plus 3, so you had a 9.
Right.
Because your athletics already takes into account your proficiency, because you would normally only have a 1, but because you have your proficiency.
Oh, does it?
Because that's based on your strength.
Okay.
Because while you are trying to do something that is,
you
could argue would be acrobatic in nature, what you're basically trying to do is a running long jump and like kicking off the wall doing this. Being a tabaxi, you're used to like pouncing style, but that's definitely based on athletics. But I will say that what happens is you run forward, kick off the wall, and pounce up onto the top of this thing. But as you do, the contraption begins to rotate, and you lose your footing on the actual crossbow itself, and you sort of like tumble off to the side, out of sight of your two allies. I'll put you right there.
Okay.
Iluna, it is your turn.
We already told him why we're here, right? Yes, that's why I wrote down.
Yeah,
we're looking for those other two gnomes.
Right. And the only thing that this gnome did was just continue laughing and cackling.
That's what I was gonna do, was say that's what we're here for. I don't feel like attacking needs to be necessary. I don't want to do nothing. I feel like since Ash is standing there,
maybe you should take cover.
Take cover, but then he's all alone.
Ooh.
Like
Well, like you could either take cover.
Well, I mean, we know that he just shot a crossbow bolt. Yeah.
Right. So you could either go there. You could move forward and try and get into this, this area with Vanadar. Or if you really wanted to, be ballsy, you could run up here and, try to do something up there. So it's entirely up to you.
I don't know. I guess, well, just doing nothing doesn't seem fair, or not fair. We're not going to get out of here. We're not going to get what we want, I guess. So we said who we're looking for, but did we say why?
I don't believe so.
On my turn, I just called out. I called out that we're looking for them.
Mm-hmm.
But if he was going to respond to that, it would be on his turn. which hasn't came up yet.
Right.
That's not true. He did respond. He laughed and cackled. You can talk out
In response to what I said?
Yeah. So the way to think of D&D combat.
Okay.
Each round takes 6 seconds. So in the span of 6 seconds, Vanadar moved into cover, Zash ran up, and Iluna's doing what she wants to do, and this thing's platform is beginning to rotate into position. So basically, this is all happening like, again, the span of 6 seconds. So you yelling down there like, hey, you know, we're here looking for Fibble, Sib, and Dabbledob, and this thing's just like, you know, hearing this like clunking and clanking of this mechanism just getting into position to fire another bolt.
It's up to you, Luna. If you want to open fire, go ahead, because that doesn't seem very...
Well, it's out of character. She wants to... No, I don't know.
I mean, it might be out of character to attack.
Is this a safe way out? This is.
Yeah, like you have to consider, it might be out of character for her to attack a non-hostile creature, but is it necessarily out of anyone's character to defend themselves? You know, simply getting into cover, yelling down the hallway, trying to explain what you're doing, creating a distraction. I mean, you also have spells to take into consideration. So, you know, you could cast, you know, rescue.
They're not very good.
I mean, hey, you could cast rescue. And, and you could try and get
I did want to.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what are you doing?
I mean, I was gonna suggest running behind him to help Zash, but rescue's better.
Okay.
To rescue him, since he was not successful in knocking him off the crazy crossbow thing.
All right. So are you casting?
Oh, I wasn't trying to knock him off of it.
Well.
Yeah, I think Zash.
You seem in peril right now.
Okay. So you're casting rescue on him?
Yeah, I would think this gnome isn't going to be too pleased that somebody tried to fly off the wall and land on his little machine, and now he might get back into attack mode, so probably rescue him.
Okay. Yeah. So what space next to you do you want him landing in? I imagine you don't want him down the firing hallway.
So my question is, though, is like, does she even have line of sight on me?
She would basically be able when you.
Well, I was just sitting there, so I can move.
Well, from where you're standing, you are able to peer around that edge, and you're able to see, you know, as Zash, you know, jumped up on this thing and it started to move, and he tumbled down. Like, that would be the moment that you would cast this, if that's what you are doing. But I need to know if that's what you're doing, because we gotta move on to the next turn.
Yeah.
Okay. So
yes.
So move.
So I just click this.
So move Zash to whatever space next to you want to move him to.
Okay.
Basically,
can I move him behind me?
Yeah. So that's what I want to know. Are you moving him here or here?
Yeah, behind me, because otherwise he's still be in the way.
Okay. All right, that's fine. Yeah, so
one space behind me seems.
Yeah. So Zash, you jumped up on this thing, and as it started to move, you lost your footing. You weren't expecting it to like start rotating, and as you fall back, Iluna, you know, casts forth this magical vine that wraps around you and pulls you back around the corner out of the firing line. Right as you hear this as 4 crossbow bolts fire out of this thing, one in each direction.
Would is that considered aggressive behavior?
I mean, what you
I mean,
know
it is shooting at us.
what you know
Yeah.
is that this thing has just fired crossbow bolts at you. So
right now it doesn't automatically reload. You'd have to reload it then.
so
what's happening is there's 4 on it and it's spinning and it's just shooting new ones that are already loaded.
So yeah, so basically you heard.
But they all came out at once.
No, you heard the sound of two arrows fly out, and it is now starting to rotate again. So you imagine that this thing, the gnome that's in it might be reloading it. So assume for right now that this thing's going to keep firing. But Vanadar, it is your turn.
Okay, so I'm assuming that. Well, what am I told the dead would have went off then? Because that was. Is that aggressive behavior?
So I imagine that would be. So yes, if it fires again, are you wanting to cast that?
Yeah, like clearly he's not going to stop when we call it out to him. So, yeah.
All right. So that is a wisdom save. That is a failure.
Oh, hey, it worked. Okay.
Okay. So.
And the gnome explodes.
Well, you definitely hear like this thing just sort of like rocks back and forth. You can hear like the clanging of metal as it's my ears, and you see that you see that like she's starting to really like turn this thing into overdrive at this point. It is Zash's turn.
What? Shouldn't Toll the Dead went off before my turn? No?
Or sorry, yeah, Vanadar. Sorry, my apologies.
That's what I read.
I clicked.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry, my bad.
Okay, so I'm going to again call out that things don't need to go down this way. That we're just here for information. We're here for a quest from Phandalin. We're not here for aggressive action.
And as you say this, you hear her say, "Must test out my baby," as the mechanism is just getting into position to fire another bolt.
Frickin' psycho. Okay, I'm gonna try something. I'm going to peek around the corner, and I'm gonna cast Command.
Okay. All right.
Which is I don't.
It is a wisdom save, so it is the same thing.
Yeah.
That is a failure. So,
nice.
So what is the single word command that you are uttering?
I'm going to say, halt.
Okay. So you peek around the corner. You hear this thing is just like, babbling to itself, like talking to itself, and as you do, you halt, and you see this thing. Yeah, you see this gnome like within there just suddenly freezes. But you can see that the crossbow. You can see that the mechanism is still getting into position. You don't know if it's going to fire the next time around once it gets into position again. But I will say that you know that your spell has successfully been cast.
Okay, knowing that, I'm assuming it's turning, so I'm going to be ballsy and I'm going to move right here.
Okay. Yeah, you can see that the gnome inside is basically just like staring off into space for the moment.
Okay. And that happens that happens on his turn.
On Vanadar's turn, yes.
Oh, the halt does?
No. The target must succeed on a wisdom saving throw or follow the command on its next turn.
Oh, yeah. No, that's what I mean. Like it's... You can tell that it's already starting to take effect.
Okay, just making sure, sorry.
Yep, alright. Zash,
okay, and then that's my turn, yep.
Okay, well, hearing Vanadar cast a spell, and then I would imagine that I either see or hear him moving. I am going to sprint in, and I'm going to go behind, and I'm going to try to pull this gnome off of this contraption and grapple it. And tell him to stop, that we're friendly, and he's not testing his machine on us today.
Okay, so go ahead and roll me a grapple check. So what you're gonna do is you are going.
Is that just the?
Yeah, you're gonna roll an athletics check, and that is going to be contested against this creature's either athletics or acrobatics.
Oh my god.
Yeah, so
well, I rolled a natural one, so...
Oh, man. Yeah, so you like, get up onto this thing, and I just imagine that, like, still the uneasy rocking and, like, of this thing turning. You get up on here, and you're, like, trying to, like, pull him out, and he's just... The creature in there, the gnome, is just, no! And just, like, pulling away, just sort of knocks you back to the ground. Do you have... Is there anything else you want to do? Do you have a bonus action that you could use?
Let's see.
I think now that you're level 2, you have your bonus actions with your key points, but I think most of them are... You mostly be able to, like, dodge, disengage, or dash.
Yeah, I don't think they're gonna... Can I make an unarmed strike? Or no?
No, because you already used your action as the grapple.
Okay, then, yeah, no, then I'm just gonna... I'm not gonna use key point, I'm just gonna wait it out.
Alright. Iluna, it is your turn.
Let's see. I don't think rescuing again is really going to do much. Oh man, it zoomed way out. So this gnome is sort of on the floor, or that grapple didn't work?
No. So what you're looking at is basically like a mounted seat that has 4 heavy crossbows mounted to the outside of it, and you can see that this gnome is sitting in a chair about 6 feet up on this contraption, sort of surrounded by these crossbows, and it has, like, you know, from more where Zash and Vanadar can see, there's like pedals and stuff that allow it to spin, and like levers that are allowing it to reload and fire. So I mean, it's a large object, to say the least.
Okay, but the attempt at grapple did not pull her off in any fashion.
No, it didn't.
I mean, it was a fail-ish.
No. Right.
Didn't, like, she's
well, up there. Not so much a fail-ish. It didn't work.
And she's up?
I mean, she's
it just
up.
Did nothing.
She's on there, yeah. Like, she's still sitting on it. She's not really, like, doing anything at the moment other than just, like, defending herself.
Is there a way to, I don't know, shoot? I was thinking she was on the ground with the grapple, and I was gonna threaten with short swords, like run up and threaten, would not actually attack. But she's not on the ground.
No, she's sitting in the contraption.
Okay. Genie, is it possible to shoot and try not to kill? Just shoot to wound with a longbow.
I will give you. I will let you know
move
this.
around the corner and shoots with the.
I will let you know this. So you can try. You can designate any damage that you might do with an attack. You can claim that you are, trying to, that you are trying to subdue them or knock them out instead of killing them.
Yes.
But that can only be done with a melee attack. If you are shooting this thing with a longbow, you are shooting a creature with a weapon designed to kill. Now, if you go up and you want to get on this thing and hit them with your sword or punch them, that's completely different. You can do that, and you can say that, like, hey, I'm doing.
I forget about punching.
So what do you want to do?
I forget about unarmed strike. Okay. Yeah. Like, that was my initial thought. So run up with short sword to do, not kill. Jump up on the thing, I guess.
Okay.
I don't know how many actions those are.
It's not so much it's many actions. What you're doing is you're going to run up and you're going to try and basically knock this gnome out with your sword from where you are. So what I need you to do is I need you to make your short sword attack. And you're just dealing non-lethal damage.
Oh man. What am I doing?
So go to your character sheet and hit the plus 5
just
next to where it
click
says
the short sword.
Yes, the short sword.
It's pretty. The short sword. Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, you got a 19. You hit. So I can already see the amount of damage that you can do. So go ahead and there's actually no reason to roll damage. Your damage modifier actually gets it for what it needs to be. So I'm going to reduce this thing to 1 hit point. Yeah, you knock this thing out. Like, you run up, and I imagine, like, as you're running up, you just, like, take the blunt, and you take the, the blunt side of the weapon, or, like, the flat side, and just poof, right on the top of the head, and just poof, the gnome just, sort of crumples in its seat, knocked out, unconscious. That is going to end initiative. As the mechanism like clunks into place, nothing happens after that. And this gnome in this seat just snoring.
This gnome what?
It like knocked it unconscious, just asleep.
Oh.
It's snoring.
Okay.
Okay. We're gonna walk up and pick the gnome up and set him on the ground.
Okay. You do so.
Then I'm gonna shake him awake.
All right. Yeah. So yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna be on the other side with like claws out, getting ready to intimidate because I've had about enough of this guy.
Okay. Yeah. So you do this.
Girl.
It is a girl. So you.
Oh, okay.
You wake her up, and she just. What's going on? And she looks over the contraption.
You just tried to kill us for no reason.
And she goes, I was not trying to kill you. I simply wanted to test out my baby, my new contraption. You can see that she's sort of like, eyeing it and breathing real heavy at it.
I'll grab her and be like, well, how about I put you at the end of that hallway and shoot it at you then? Want to test it out still?
Well, I need to be the one operating it, obviously. I know how it works.
No, you don't. No, you don't. We can use you as the target practice. How would you like that?
Oh, as long as it works. As long as it works. That's all I care. I just want to know that it works.
Alright, I'm done with this little psychopath.
Okay, what is your name, ma'am?
And she's just like staring at this thing, just, oh, it was working so perfectly, so perfectly.
My little, Tabaxi friend here will not hesitate to destroy your precious machine unless you give us some answers.
Maybe we can use this machine against the dragon somehow. We don't need it destroyed.
We don't know if we'll be able to if she won't talk to us.
I'm just trying to get some information.
It was so good. It went.
How did you create such a lethal weapon?
And then it turned and it went. And then I turned it again. I didn't get to fire it the third time. Oh, if I could only fire it the third time. Oh, the things I can do with it. Yeah, you can tell that she is like not paying attention.
All right, I pick her up.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna pick her up and I'm gonna carry her to this hallway so she can't see the contraption anymore. Right here where I'm at.
Yeah, roll me a grapple check.
And I'm great. Okay. Okay, there we go.
Okay. Yeah, she's kicking and screaming as you're taking her around the corner, and no, I can't, no, my baby, no, and yeah, you get her over in that other hallway. She's.
I'm gonna kind of like grab her by the shoulders and shake her.
Oh, she's actively
tell her,
just
calm down and talk to us.
No, I need back to it. I need to see if it works. I need to see if it works, if it's damaged. And just clawing at your arms, like trying to pull away from you, like kicking at you, but you're holding her fast.
Okay. Do you guys have any ideas? I don't know what to do at this point.
I'm gonna go over and be like, listen, you could go back to your machine, just please answer our questions. I just need to know your name, and then you could go back and continue testing your machine on willing subjects.
Roll me a persuasion check.
Oh no.
Oh Jesus.
Just get to my baby. I need to get back to it. Zash, roll a. Never mind. Yeah. Don't even worry about it. She's like still trying to like kick and pull away from you as much as possible.
Do you have any ideas, hey Luna? Because like, we have a quest. We have to.
Can we take her back to the other gnomes? Or, well, I did try asking her how she made it. I'm curious how it works, what she was expecting it to do next. Because she seems obsessed about making sure it did what it's supposed to do. And she's not going to, like, settle down until she's... So we either take her away or...
So ask her how it works?
Ask her how... It's an impressive machine. What were you expecting it to do next?
It's gonna go... And it's gonna fire again.
Does it just keep firing and reloading itself?
Of course, that's what it's designed for. And again, and it turns.
Do only one of the crossbow... Does only one crossbolt shoot at a time?
It fires, they all fire.
You can shoot all 4 at once?
No, only two. I can't get it to fire all 4 because of the mechanism.
Which 2 can you fire at the same time?
It's broken.
It's broken! No, take me back to it! Roll a strength check.
Is it broken?
You said, okay.
Oh yeah, she ain't going nowhere.
That's broken! It's broken! You broke it! Kicking.
Like, we didn't break it, but I will break it if you don't settle down and answer our questions.
No!
Breaking.
No, do not break it. Do not break it.
If we let you go... If we let you go, do you promise not to fire this machine at us anymore?
Roll me a persuasion check.
Uh, 17.
Give me 1 second. Yes.
I have a quick question because I couldn't quite hear.
Okay.
Was she saying that it only shoots 2 at a time, but it's supposed to shoot 4, and it didn't get to shoot 4?
So
she said she couldn't get it to shoot more because of the mechanism.
Yeah. It suggested it was broken. That's why I was trying to ask if she thought it wasn't working, because I can try and mend it.
I mean, it could be broken.
There's components around.
It could also. So you don't know. You can check and see if it is broken. I imagine Iluna, not being an artificer or a tinkerer, would know very little about these machines to know what parts are broken, if something's broken, or if just the limitations of the mechanism itself don't allow it to shoot more than 2 at a time. Zash, in regards to yours,
that's what I was trying to get at, but I was literally missing the conversation. It was choppy. That's all.
Okay. Yeah. So Zash, she sort of looks. She goes, I will not fire it at you. No, I will not fire at you again. Just take me back to it, and let me work on it. Did I disconnect? Oh, lovely. Oh, of course, Discord.
talking to her and tell her, like, answer our questions or we're just going to tie you up and leave you in the corner until we find somebody who can come take care of you.
Alright, can you guys hear me alright?
Yep.
Okay, cool. Sorry about that.
No problem.
Alright, click for video again. And once that comes up, should be alright. Alright,
yeah,
so,
I didn't hear the response to the persuasion.
She basically looks at you and says, oh, yes, I will. I will not fire at you again.
Okay, and I ask her, what's your name?
It is Factor.
Factor?
Yes.
Factor, I have one last question for you. Do you know where Fibblestib or Dabbledob is at?
She looks like she thinks for a moment. No, I don't.
Okay.
And like you can see that she's like slowly trying to like eke away from any grasp you have on her to like try and get away from you.
Alright, so her name is okay, so I'm going to continue holding her, and I'm gonna slowly walk her back into the room where the crossbow mechanism is at.
Okay. Yeah, so you begin making your way in there. When she locks eyes with it, roll me another strength check. Or athletics. Yeah, so...
Are we having free movement?
Yeah, we're not in combat anymore.
Can I not jump onto that machine and at least keep her from,
If you would like to do that, you most certainly can.
Somebody should be on the machine and keeping her from... Why can't we test it? I think we skipped over that question, but yes, I'm going to sit on the machine and prevent her from getting on it without us allowing it to happen, I suppose.
Yeah, so if you're stepping onto this, like you're basically standing over it. The chair here is designed for small creatures. So the chair is actually far too small for you to sit in, and you're basically just standing on it. And as Zash is walking in back with Factor, she sees you like standing over top of it, like basically blocking any way for her to get onto it, and she goes, No, you're gonna break it! And she rushes past and like takes a like diving leap at you. Give me 1 second. Yeah. So she takes like a diving leap at you, and is going to try and like push you off of this thing. So
I would block myself and say it's a very fascinating machine.
She's
like
not
shouted at her.
You can shout as much as you want. She is definitely still trying this. I need you to make either an athletics or an acrobatics check.
What?
Your acrobatics is a +3, so you're probably better off doing that.
Yeah, acrobatics is a little higher. Oh, it's not bad.
Okay. So she jumps up at you, tries pushing you off of there, but you're able to stabilize yourself, and she's more or less just like pounding and like trying to like, you know, push you off of this thing, screaming at you, No, you're gonna break it! You're gonna break it! Get off of it! Just completely losing her mind.
Did we find out if she knows where...
Just curious. I like your intriguing machine. I don't know. I had a better word, but I lost it.
Okay. So, what did you say, Tony?
I wanted to know if we asked her if she knows where Fiddle or Dabble are.
She doesn't.
Fibblestib or Dabbledob.
It's one person?
It is 2 people.
Okay.
No, yeah, 2 people. So Iluna, to answer that question, or to respond to that, she is not in a state of mind right now where she is willing to respond or answer. You simply being on this device is sending her into such a frenzy that she's like practically pulling out her hair trying to get you off of this thing.
I don't know what we should do.
Yeah, I think we should just move on. We've wasted enough time on this one.
Did she promise that she's not going to shoot us?
She did. So we just have to hope she keeps her word, and let's continue south through the tunnels.
That is what she said.
Okay, yeah. I guess just leave her to her
little
machine.
Get on. Leave your machine.
Okay, yeah. The moment that you step off, she immediately gets back on it and is beginning to inspect it to look to see if you have broken it. Are you moving through the corridors at this point?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So as you get around the corner, you can see that there is a platform that leads out that looks over top of the waterfall area over the water. There's a path that goes down to the south and sort of zigzags around.
I'm gonna go out onto the balcony and just check it out real quick.
Okay. You head out there, you can see, a lot of what you saw earlier. You're about 20 feet up or so. So, but you can't really see anything else beyond that.
Nothing interesting?
Nothing noteworthy. Just the same thing that you saw before. It's a little bit more obscured just because of the mist. Now you're a little bit closer to the waterfall. So, that's really all that you can see.
Then I'll go back in and follow the path south.
Okay, you come to an intersection. Down to the south, you can see a rise that leads up to a platform. It's a little bit darker back in there. You can't really make out exactly what's back there right now. And off to your right, you can see a room that has a number of barrels up against the walls.
Okay, I'll go into the... What?
Fine.
I'll go into the room with the barrels.
Okay. So if you are all going into the room with the barrels, yeah. So you walk into this room. You can see that there is a number of barrels along the walls. There's 12 of them. They are just lining the northeast and southern wall. They're sort of braced to the wall with with this wooden securing pin system. And you can see that as you walk in and sort of inspect around, you can see that the barrels to the south side have been tapped with wooden spigots.
Are there any dates or anything on the barrels?
There is some wording. You're able to see that there is a little bit of stuff written on them, but what exactly this all means, you do not know.
Okay. And there's nothing else of interest in here?
Leakage or anything to indicate what was in it that might have leaked out?
So you can't really there's not you could go up and turn one of the spigots if you so chose.
Yeah.
But there's nothing on them because there is wording on them. None of you.
It's just Gnomish.
Yeah, none of you can read Gnomish, so you do not understand what any of the words mean.
How heavy are they?
The ones. Which ones are you inspecting?
Oh, are they all different kinds?
Not so much. They're all. Yeah, they all look. They all look similar. But you can see that the ones to the southern side they have spigots, so it sort of might lean you to that those have already been tapped, so they might be a little bit might be a little bit lighter. So I just want to know which one in particular are you inspecting?
I want to see the non-spigoted ones, how heavy they are.
Okay, so that would either be the ones on the north wall, right up here. That would be the ones over here.
The ones at the top. That's fine.
Okay. So yeah, you go up and you begin looking at them. You can see that they are pretty hefty. Um, you can tell that they're completely full to the top. You would figure maybe just from the size of it, anywhere well over like 20 gallons. But you think maybe somewhere near like 50-ish. You're not 100% sure. It's hard to tell because of the way that they're braced to the wall. As you try to like pick up one side, you're not able to get like a true weight on it. You just know that they're quite heavy.
I wonder if that's what they use the crab things for, moving these, because little gnomes probably can't lift that.
Could be. They're probably filled with the wine from the purple mushrooms.
Yeah, smart assumption.
Aluna asked if we want to check. We want to check, or do we got curious?
I mean, again, we've already assaulted one gnome. So I think maybe we should keep our hands as clean as possible.
Can I go up and sniff the spigot and see if I could like without pouring anything out to see like if I could tell what's in it just from smell?
You worked with this wine, right?
I've had it before, yeah.
You might be able to recognize it. So.
I mean, okay, I'll open up one of the spigots and try to like get some on my fingers and taste it.
Which one are you going to?
I'll go. I thought only the southern ones had the spigots on them, right?
Only the southern ones. I just want to know, like, go ahead and move your character to whichever one you want.
Oh, great. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Let's do that one.
Okay. Yeah, you go up to it, and what exactly were you checking again?
Just to taste it to see if it was similar to the wines that I had before.
Yeah, you do taste it. You open up the spout a little bit, and it's the one that you had back with the Innsmouth was chilled. This one is not so. I mean, it's not warm, it's not hot or anything, but it's definitely not chilled. So it has a bit more of a pungent odor, but you can definitely tell this is the same thing. This is that Namengard wine.
Yeah, this is the wine that I had before back home in the Innsmouth, so that's, I would assume, what the rest of the barrels have.
Okay.
All good?
I can't imagine what else we would do in here. I mean, we're not seeking wine, so...
No.
Yeah,
all right.
There's wine.
Yeah, I'm gonna head back out and down.
Okay. So, as you are now heading down, you enter into this room, and as you get down there, you can see that there are two gnomes standing atop this small little 10-foot precipice. And as you're beginning to walk down the hall, before you fully get into this room, you hear something yelled down in a language none of you understand. Then you hear you hear it being yelled down in common. Who goes there?
My name is Zash. I'm from Phandalin. On behalf of Harbin Wester, we're looking for Fibblestib and Dabbledob.
Okay. What exactly do you need with him?
We are here to request aid to see if they have any magical items that might help us deal with the dragon that has been harassing the surrounding area.
How do we know that you two are not? How do we know that you are not shapeshifters?
I'm not that good with magic. I studied the way of the monk.
Well, we are well enough with magic.
Oh.
What did you say, Lucas?
They said, we are well enough with magic that we can defend ourselves.
You're free to come and inspect me if you wish. I mean you no harm.
Oh, no. We know the tricks of you shapeshifters. Prove to us that you are not.
How would you want me to prove to you that I am not a shapeshifter?
That is up to you.
Zash goes up and starts stripping.
Oh God! Put your clothes back on.
Are you sure? You don't want to see more?
I don't, but I still can't be sure that you're not a shapeshifter. You could take any form.
Even a naked one.
Zash is just gonna stand there naked.
You know what? Roll me. Do me a favor. Roll me as you're doing this. Roll me a persuasion check.
Okay. Oh, that looked like it was gonna be a 16.
So they, as you're sort of backing up, they look at you and they go, well, you hear them talking, saying something in Nomish, and they say, we do not believe you. You could be the shapeshifter, the one that took our brother.
Who's your brother?
Who's your brother?
He is dead. It means nothing. You have killed him.
I did not kill your brother.
I've never killed. No.
Yeah. Roll initiative.
Oh God.
We're talking.
Very unfriendly gnomes.
Rude. Oh, good lord.
Luna did pretty well.
I'm not sure.
Zash did really well.
I'm offended that you.
Zash put his clothes back on yet, because now we're about to have a battle.
Well, I don't use armor. I go unarmored, so.
So really, what
I'm not losing anything. Yep.
So Zash, it is your turn. They do not believe you. And you can see that each one of them is pulling out a wand of some kind, is beginning to start to cast a spell.
I'm not going to move. I'm going to put my hands up, and I'm going to kneel and say, we are not your enemies. I did not take the life of your brother, and we do not mean to harm you, and we will not fight you.
Okay, roll me another persuasion check.
Oh, there we go. That's better.
Seeing you do this, they look at each other and they go. You hear you uttering something in in the Nomish language, and then they say, You did not?
I did not. No. You guys are the first besides Factor that we've met.
Oh, you met Factor? That bitch is crazy.
Right?
We can't even go down that hallway anymore.
She almost shot me with a crossbow.
He did shoot me the other day. You see, one turns around, just like pulls down his pants, and he has just like a patch right on his ass.
Vanadar speaks up.
Why is everyone?
Vanadar speaks up. I could take care of that injury there for you to prove that we mean no harm.
Oh no, it's all right. I had it patched up by I had it patched up by Up and Down in there. It was she was able to take care of it with her medicinal magics. I appreciate the offer though.
Up and Down.
Oh yes, Up and Down. She works up in the kitchen.
Oh, that was probably the one that I think we met her earlier. She's very busy and didn't answer any of our questions and shoot us out of the door before I could get her name.
Well, I'm sure she shooed you out of the door. I mean, right now, with everything that's going on around here, we're not really supposed to be letting anyone, waltzing around free of charge, especially that shifter.
Can you tell us more about that?
Well, I can't... Bo, I can't really say too much. And like looks down the hallway a little bit and says, "Well, you see, there is a creature. Some of the gnomes don't want to believe that it's here, but two other gnomes, Orin and Warren, they went missing. And a few days ago, it was said that somebody saw one of the chairs in the dining room just like move on its own. After that, it was fine. We looked around, we didn't see this chair, so pretty much think that it could be anywhere. We don't know what is going on, and in fact, that's why the king has locked the other king into the royal bedchamber. When it attacked him, he claims that it took the form of a rug, and he has locked himself and Nurgle in the royal bedchambers. He will not let him out until that thing is gone.
What, Stacy?
King himself and who?
So he said that he locked that a gnome by the name of Korbaz has locked another gnome by the name of Nurgle into the royal bed chambers. He said that one of the kings locked the other king into the royal bed chambers.
That's what I thought. I was gonna say you have two kings.
Yes, they are together kings of Nomengard.
Instead of a king and queen.
Well, yes, I mean if we had a female ruler with them, I mean I'm sure if that was how they want it, but no, two of them are very well connected, and they have been together for a very long time, and they are good rulers of Nomengard. But ever since that shape-shifting creature was spotted around here, well, Korbaz sort of has lost it a little bit. In fact, Fiddlestib and Dabbledob have been trying to figure out a way to get into the chambers, or figure out a way to get them out of her.
We may be able to help. Can you tell us where we can find them?
And they point to the hallway down to the west. They can see leads outside.
And I don't want to push it too much, but you've already seen a lot of me, so may I know your names?
The one says, "Oh yeah, my name's Pog, and this is Ula."
Okay. And just so you know, the next time you see us, ask us Habash. And if we don't give you that answer...
That's my cousin. How do you know Habash?
I'm good like that.
Alright. So the shepherd is my cousin on my mother's side, Habash.
Yes, and if we do not give you that answer, you know it's the shapeshifter and to fire.
Right. Alright. Smart.
Alright.
Smart. You see the one. Ula looks over and says, "We should have come up with codes a long time ago, otherwise we wouldn't have been dealing with this." Pog just says, "It's not my fault. Come on, get off my back."
If that becomes a royal decree, it'd be Zash.
I'm gonna ask Pog and Ula, how well do you guys know these tunnels?
I mean, well enough. We have been living here most of our lives.
So you guys haven't seen anything out of the ordinary, like a shapeshifter maybe pretending to be a ordinary object slayer?
I mean, you figure it'd be anything. It could be a chair, it could be a barrel, it could be, a wrench, it could be anything. It could be a cabinet. As it already was.
I think maybe we should go and talk with Fiddlestib and Dabbledob and see what they have.
Okay, I agree.
Alright, so...
Yeah, still the Lord of Wars, I stick with that.
Okay. So I'm gonna go down the way that they pointed when I asked where Fiddlestib and Dabbledob...
So you head outside, and when you get here, you can see that this area is just covered in mist. It is obscured. You can see the bridge, but it is kind of difficult to see, where all the footholds are. So, bridge is difficult terrain. So if you are trying to walk across it, know that it is quite slippy.
Okay. Is it just like a rope bridge?
Yeah, it's a rope bridge.
Okay. And is there that we could like tie us to it?
If you have rope, if you want to tie yourself to that.
Yeah, because we all have rope in our like adventure.
You all should. You'd all have about 30 feet of rope.
Yeah.
Most adventures hat.
So I'm gonna pull them out, and
I don't have adventuring gear.
That's because you are a cleric. So would have meant that some of your items were probably going to be like a holy hit, which is like alms block in a fence or like that.
Yeah. So I
see your backpack with adventure gear.
Oh.
Yeah. So you have
Yeah.
Oh, he has a back.
Yeah, it says a backpack is a leather bag carried on back. Typically secure. A pack can 1 cubic meter per 30 gear. Just anything about it.
Because you can strap them such a bedroll coil of rope to the outfit, but just having a backpack doesn't mean that. But so you have enough rope that you.
Oh, I have 50. Okay, yes. So I'm gonna have 10 feet and get Vandar so that he can secure us to the bridge while crosses.
I'm also going to. Which one of you? Both you can fairly acrobat, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, I will tap a Luna and get this. Okay.
And then I'm gonna tie myself to the bridge and I'm gonna start crossing it.
And I'll wait for him to get a little bit down and then I'll do that.
You are right, I think you guys have been overthinking it. If you're trying to run with it, you would. If you're just taking time walking across, that's
I was expecting a skill check stuff, and I'm like, I don't really think I'll sprint
It's a little obscure, a little slippy. You can't get across it. So you're all able to make it across. No worries on that.
Full on. Like
definitely overthought it.
Usain Bolt.
But
what is that?
As you get to this next room, you find a small set of stairs that is leading up into a room. The room is lightly obscured from the mist of the waterfall. You can see that into rapidly large voices. They look like turnstiles. They have razor sharp blades on them. They're each in a different direction.
And are they spinning?
They are.
And how high off the ground?
So blades are basically just 1 foot apart.
They're small?
Yes.
Okay.
So this one is spinning this way, and this one is spinning that way.
Okay. Oh god.
Back and ask Pula how to get past that. Like, maybe the walls slow it. Yeah, or maybe they can just turn it off. Yeah.
Well, do I like? Is there anything on the wall?
Roll me a perception.
Shouldn't have guidance.
Ooh, 21.
Yes, you can actually see. It's kind of hard to see them, but on the far side of this room, over here, you can actually see that there is a lever on the wall. You're not sure how you would reach it for you on this side, but you can see that there is a lever.
And there's no gaps. So, in the middle of it, is there any gaps? Or are the blades, like, interlocking?
They're interlocking, but you can definitely tell that there would not be enough room for you to go through the center of them without getting completely shut up.
Okay. Hey, Luna, do you try to shoot an arrow through and hit a lever?
I was thinking my option.
Alright.
Oh, wait. Teleport?
Wait.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, wait, I can teleport. I can face step across. Jesus. I forgot my elf useful good limitation. Yeah.
Oh my god, you can go 30 feet, yeah.
Alright. So
because then for how they work.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So are you face stepping across to there?
Yep. I'm gonna face step, assuming I'm 60 feet in the air or something.
Yeah, no, they're, like I said, they're right there where they are. So the two of you sort of step back. Oops, sorry, I didn't mean to do that. You step back and you give her a little bit of room. You can see that there's this sort of like leaves and vine mist that forms around her, and suddenly she disappears, and you see the leaves almost like billowing in the wind going through blades, and going right past it, and then they reform on the other side, and you are able to flip the switch, and as you do, the blades slow to a stop. You are not able to move through them.
Awesome. Good job, Anna.
Yes, good job.
Yeah.
Right.
I can hold on to that because I know it's one-time use. This would be time to use it, though.
Yeah. Yeah, it definitely was a very opportune moment. And so you know what to do. I'm gonna give.
Hopefully, I don't need to do it again.
Oh, what? So I was gonna say I really liked how you guys did that. I liked how you guys thought through that. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna give each of you a point of inspiration. So what you're gonna do is you are going to roll a d6, and I will explain to you what to do d6.
And also, in the back of my mind, with the thought the shifter running about, possibly shifter, Zash is gonna flip the lever and turn the button.
Okay. All right. Yeah,
so we can follow.
Very good idea.
All right. Iluna, go ahead and roll a d6. There you go. Okay. So now what you're gonna do is go to your equipment, and you're gonna see that very top item in your equipment inspiration points. That. And then you'll see on the right-hand side where it says the name of it, there's an option that says charges. Increase that to the amount that you just rolled.
Okay.
What that means is now that you have that inspiration, the time that you make a D roll, so that would be an attack check, a save, whatever you want, if before I tell you whether or not you succeed, you can add those to it.
Okay.
So,
just random. I in my inventory. I have an unidentified item 1. Is that like a mistake?
I saw that. Well, I don't know what.
I think it was from helping me out, Tony, when I was trying to figure out how to add the Manticore barbs. And I think you were kind of going through with me because I think only just potions and the bar I looted.
Yeah.
So
if there's ever a situation where something like random that's not actually an item, your best bet is to go down to the very equipment page where it says possessions and just type in whatever it may be. So if you wanted to add there, just type that in. It's more text field, if anything.
Okay.
So, all
right.
So yeah, you continue on. As you round up around, or as you go up around this corner, you actually see that you can hear them before you can actually see them. But you hear two gnomes talking to another in Gnomish. There's almost like an argument.
I just kind of go, hello?
They heard you surprised and they said, oh, what do you want?
My name is Zash. I come from Phandalin on behalf of Worcester. I'm looking for Fit Dab. I was told by you that they would over this way.
But we have no time to be dealing with your shenanigans. We are trying to deal with you here.
Well, what situation is the shifter?
Well, it is that, but we are more focused on trying to make sure the safety of Korbaz and Nurkly.
Well, maybe we can with that.
And how do you do that?
Well, we need a little bit more information on what's going on so that maybe we can formulate a plan.
So the one to the right, the man, he says, well, you see, maybe you can just settle an argument. See, my idea is to create a ray, something that brings in his mental faculties. And the female dabble, she says, no. See, my idea is that we create like a straitjacket thing that holds him, binds him, so that we can Nurkly. Which do you think best?
Neither. They both sound terrible. Specifically, straitjacket.
Well, what is your idea?
Well, we were talking. He started to go after the shapeshifter. Shut up.
Yes.
So, if we perhaps found the shapeshifter and pretend no problem, correct?
You see sort of each other and they go, yes, that would...
Your gnomes are pretty good with magic. Maybe you could make a device that detects magic. And we could find the shapeshifter.
And they go, the one, and says, well, I suggest if maybe we would tour the entire cavern. And they look at you three. Well, if the three of you are here, that might... And so the one... runs down the hallway. Sybil says, oh, detective, depending on where you are, is most of the things this cave are magic. It's gonna like a firework.
Yeah, she bring up a... well, I could always try to just put things and I pull myself out.
I mean, it's down. I mean, if you're willing to help, I think that would do the trick. If three of you are able to find the shapeshifter, and then that might be what it takes to convince to convince King Korbaz that everything is safe, and then would King Berkeley out.
Well, we can. Okay.
I go to Pop and say, yeah, we can help you with that, but in the time that we've been around caverns, we've been shot by a couple of blades. We were shot at by cross. Like, is there any other dangers that we have to be aware of? Like, instead of us going around room by room with one shapeshifter, I don't want to stand in corners blasted of raid that is just.
Well, it's quite cool. Lade, just, turn. I mean, you lived through that room, so Lade, imagine you through there, no.
Yes, but I'm just saying.
What other are there?
I shouldn't be anything else. I mean, just over there to keep folk out here. I mean, in the fact that you got across here, you have some kind of magic, in either mage hand or some kind of spell used across here. As for being shot, are you talking about Factor?
Unfortunately, we are.
Lunatic.
We got that.
Yes.
Simple trick with her, okay? Simple. It goes in. Oldab goes back to that room. Comes out another few moments later, and just hands you like a bag here clanged in. He goes, if you need to go through there, throw this at her. The gears in it will jam up the gear in her if you're lucky, and then the thing will just. It's what we've had you time. It's why. Sorry, what was that you said?
By on it near it. When leave them crazy.
Yeah, no, the girl's just remind. She's no crazy anymore. All she's trying to do is protect that device, and who knows what it's for? Anyone knows even her mind.
Yes, we can into that as well.
But ever since that shitter has come, she's just taking whatever's down there. Before she was decent, now she's insufferable.
So
maybe find into the shapeshifter, maybe she'll come to her as well.
Maybe. Said she at least we know that Korbaz, he's just doing it. He's doing what he's doing because he wants to protect us. He's doing it to protect Wolves. Factor is just a.
Oh, we won't be able to navigate past blades again until we take a full night rest. So if we go and kill the shifter, or we get back to you guys out resting.
Talk to Panula?
Yes.
Just have them, as long as they're over there, them mage hand, and that's it.
Then my last question is, do you guys have any idea anything with shapeshifter? You know it hasn't for sure.
Well, it was the rug in his chamber, the sleep and Warren. It was the chair Warren sitting over in the dining room. I don't believe it's in the kitchen. Hasn't, as far as I guess we haven't been in the storeroom. King's has locked, and on the other side could be stored beyond the kitchen. Might be with the mechanisms that move the barrels around, or it could be arrow room.
Okay.
And just a friend, if you see again, you were being a shifter became a keyword. So Haagen-Dazs, if he asks us what happened, give you any other.
Uncle.
We've learned a lot of this from up in.
Yeah, he's a hunk.
Oh.
He's constantly delving in wine. It's the flea's pretty worried. Truly a sight to be.
Well, that part out, we're gonna go and for your shifter problem.
All right. What room do you want to back?
I just want to check room first.
Yeah, that thinking to
there's like two of those.
Yeah.
After that, we could go to the crab room.
Okay.
And hopefully it's not a crab because. Can you imagine if you went up and poked it with quarters and like attacked us?
All right, so you are head back into. Oh wait, why are you doing that? Oh, I know why I'm doing that. I have you all selected as a group. So as you head back into this room, you hear your gnomes shout at you. Who goes?
Hush! Guys, start dripping.
Yes, that's a Tabaxi folk. So, Fabledob.
Fine shifter.
Oh, much. Well, I'm glad that having adventures yourself on that job. Guys, I don't.
So you guys won't help us out then?
Oh no, like I'd be up, but I can spell and then just decrawl, that the thing. Speaking of which, how are you? Never mind your spell.
We have one that's.
It's interesting. Oh yeah.
No. Yeah.
No.
That guys head through, and you make a back up into the barrel.
Okay, so I think maybe one. I think they gave it to you, right, honey? Because you're not gonna give us the one that's a bag of all. Right?
It was winky.
Add a wand to magic.
Right. You did.
We would have done that. We're going for you.
And then presume it tapped it.
Oh yeah, that's fine. So yeah, so who?
So
No, please.
guard the door, and then the person to tactic.
Will be the one that's barrel to barrel. The one I was gonna tap on Terrell if anything happens.
Okay.
Okay, let's start.
That's fine. So you activate this before as you with feet of so in you are able to found you. As
Missed that arrow.
Well,
yeah, so you two, and the moment you magic emanate down here.
Okay, I go ahead and the information to both Alien and that very strong suspicion that that barrel could probably be the shapeshifter. So,
and so I will tell actually this magic.
Okay. Oh, there was
definitely maybe have to battle it. It's evil napped.
Yeah, I'm scared more than.
When I'm gonna move up here so that the line doesn't shoot.
I move right to make sure that go there.
Okay.
Just that way to meet shield.
I'll say about that. You're getting an arrow sprout or looks like one of it just opens as one to maw with a prong. John here's being arrow.